Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to my installation tutorial for our Shockwave and Raptor Grip leather upgrade kit. If you ordered the forearm strap, it'll come already laced so you can see the inside, and maybe that'll help you figure out what's going on. To start, you're going to run your lace through the first two holes as shown, even it up and double back through the same two holes. You want a straight stitch with two even working ends. You're going to cinch that up, make sure it's straight across the top, and don't pull it too tight. You're going to need a little wiggle room later. At this point, we'll start the X pattern. I like to work the left lace first. It's easy to remember and it keeps the lacing even. Just go across and down one, then straight through. Repeat with the right. Make sure your lace is flat before stitching. You also don't want to pull too hard on the needle. Use it to push through the holes and then pull on the lace to finish. Keep making sure you're even and straight. You can massage the leather a little bit to make it conform to where you need it to be. This is going to be necessary when you get to the butt end. When you get here, just move things where they need to be before tightening. I just like to move things around as needed. At this point, you're going to want to turn the gun over and use your second lace to start a new stitch. Go straight through and even it up, and then start your left side and your X stitch as before. As we move on down, I like to use books to jack up the rear end for better access. And then once you get so far, you're going to have to turn it back over again. Now at this point, you can just lace around and cover the nipple for the swivel and keep going as normal and hide that. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to lace around the swivel. Remember, your stitches are reversed because now you're stitching upside down. Here's where we're going to start moving the grip up, which is why I didn't want you to lace it too tight. Just going to move it to where the rear end on the butt there is going to lace up and be flat against each other. And go ahead and install your swivel. Then you'll just take your next stitch right on around just like you were stitching the next one. When you get both of those through, you're going to go ahead and pull it taut, and then you're going to double one back around, so you're going to have a straight edge coming across the top now of the swivel, so we can start the X stitch again. Right here is where I'm flattening out the lace and running it straight back through so that I can have that straight stitch closing that up on the top side of that swivel. Go ahead and move the leather where it needs to be. Start your X stitch again. Remember, since you're upside down, right is left, left is right. Don't pull too hard on that needle. Just use it to poke through and pull on the lace. If the needle does come loose, use some pliers to open the end up a little. Stick some super glue in there, put it back in and crimp it down and let it dry for 10 minutes. As you get to the end, you're going to want to do a few final cross stitches around the butt where the X cut is in the leather grip kit, and just use your judgment and keep them even to cross over and close up any gaps. Everything's going to be a little harder to maneuver at this point. Be patient and make sure you get them through the right holes. Just be patient. There, it found its way. Even up the laces, push down the leather. Just massage everything into place and get it right where you need it to be. You don't want to pull too tight. It looks like I'm pulling harder than I am. Just pull it taut. Run a couple more crosses, X stitches right across there. Just use your judgment to see where it needs to be. Now you'll see I'm pulling these out of the opening right there at the X cut on the butt. And I'm going to tie those into a knot and then tuck that knot back down inside. I'm going to run the two other ends back through and pull them nice and tight. Then go ahead and tie my knot, the two ends up at the point. Snug it up, but don't try to be Superman. Trim all your ends. Use the handle of a screwdriver or the blade of a screwdriver if you have an fid or a kind of a dull awl. You can use the wooden dowel rod. Just anything to move the leather around where you want it to be. Again, massage everything into place. Move it where you want it to be. Rub those stitches down. Take a little super glue. Put it on your knot, on your laces where they pull through. I like to give a little bit all around the area in general.